Hello students, I am Faisal Mushtaq, a teacher of the Jefferson Marriage School. So now, today I will teach subject Social Study, Standard 5th, Chapter 1st, The Earliest People. This is the next video for this chapter. Today I am going to deal cave paintings, tools, and the life of the early humans. These are the topics. So cave paintings. Now, apart from the paintings have been found in caves which dates back to the millions of years ago. It appears that they use natural pigments. So from plants and rocks to draw the pictures. Much of the art depicts tells drawing and the painting of the people and animals. It also tells us about the types of animals and how they were hunted him. So the cave paintings are a type of a paintings or a parietal art found on the walls or ceiling of the caves found. Cave paintings can also be recent productions. Now, cave painting illustrate the human need to the communicates. So, these communications help to guide something. So important that it needs a permanent representation. These paintings are a painting on the cave, particular found on the rocks wall and the ceiling datings to the prehistoric time. So, the rock painting have been found since Upper Paleolithic period time 14,000 years ago. Now, they have been found in Europe, Africa, Australia and Southeast Asia also. Prehistoric painters and the pigments available in the vicinity. These pigments, there is the explain according to your books. Pigments. These pigments available in the vicinity. These pigments were so called the earth pigment. Earth pigment they found generally in the minerals, limonites and the hematite for these example. So now tools. Many tools have been discovered can be traced back to the prehistory time. The tool were used to cut meat and bone, scrap bark of tree and animal skin. They were also used to chop fruits and roots also. They discovered that it can be helpful. They began to sharpen stone of the different shape. So tools. So the tools, early man made a relatively wide variety of stone tools that were used for processing various plant and animals materials. Their toolkits included, I'm giving examples, choppers, cleavers and hammers, as well as flakes and used as knives and scrapers, hand axes and scrapers also. So these tools used with the help of the early man. So the Homo sapiens would use most of these tools. Now, the early life of the early human. So, firstly, we talk about wandered search of food. Secondly, we talk about how hunting and gathering. Thirdly, how the early man, they moved search of water. So in early days, Human life was very hard. They spent their life in caves, wraps, animal skin and tree leaves over their body, and hunt animals for foods. The early man discovered many good things like fire, tools, farming, etc. that made their life better than earlier. But these changes in the early human life had taken a very long time. Now students, today we live a better life. Today's scenario, we live a better life. Like we use TV, video, we go to the school, colleges, and we take to the nutritional food, better means of communications and transportation. But my dear student, but you can imagine a life without such facilities for us. How can we survive today's scenario when we can't do so? For this is the good example for you. A life, there is no big society on that time. I'm telling early man. No big society, no house to live, no take food, any type of the food, take food, no clothes to wear. So how does it feel to listen? Yes, I think what you think right. I know you are right, you think. So we are talking about a wild life who used to live in jungle and lived in a very hard life. So now, early humans lived in a jungle were afraid of bigger and stronger wild animals. They had no house. Their life is spent on the trees or hide themselves. But it could provide them security for the wild animals, rain, water, sun and heat. So now they started, the early men lived in the cave, lived on trees to protect save for the wild animals. So they started wrapping trees, leaves and skin over their body to protect themselves. For now, one by one, they don't know how to grow crops in the field. Finding foods was not easy. They had to go one places to the another places. Reason than to search of the food. This is the reason. So it's a very tough for the early man. So they used to eat fruit from trees or roots of plants. Then they started hunting animal for foods. So thirdly, they moved in search of water. Why? So they moved in search of water. Many rivers and lakes are seasonal. So early humans who lived on the banks of the river and the lakes had to move search of water during the dry season. So now this chapter is completed. So student, the earliest people, the chapter is completed. So student, I know you listen carefully and you do some question answer, solve according to the exercise and find out some inside question answer. So today, either day after tomorrow, I will give you in the Teno app some question answer regarding these chapter, the earliest peoples. Okay, thank you and for good day and good day.